What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Demo, the couple music. So guys, Fresh and Fit are back at it again. And I know you guys be saying stuff like this. Angry music. O'Shea, all you do is Fresh and Fit videos. You over there hating on him. Shut up, stop the show. I'm over here getting paid and you working at Wendy's. Can I get a ooh sound effect? Right. So I just got one word to say to you. I'm rich! Anyways, Tariq Nasheed posted a picture of Myron, which I've seen this before. Now, one thing about me, when I criticize them on the things that they do. I've seen this picture. I've seen the other picture here. But, there's a picture of Myron being kissed by a white guy and him hugging and him laughing. This looks like he might be in his early 20s in his college years. And this doesn't look like it's like so gay to me. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because I went to a white university. And I've been to like white post bags. I've been living in Europe. I know how how Caucasian guys get when they get drunk and things like that. So I see them doing that kind of stuff. So this doesn't look like necessarily so gay to me. Because this is kind of how kind of white guys party. And it seems like what Myron was trying to do at the time was fit in, right? And I think that he was trying to, let everybody know that, he's the guy from Sudan, but he wanted to have like white friends. He wanted to be in that kind of situation. He started going to 21 convention. Shout out to Anthony Johnson. Really, really great convention. We could just say for the most part that he did a great job with allowing African Americans and to try to mix it up with different people. But we could say the majority of the people who were going to the 21 convention were white or Asian males. I would probably assume that. I could be wrong. If Anthony knows that, he'll tell me. But that's what it pretty much was. And that's what Myron was trying to fit into. He was trying to be accepted by a lot of the Caucasian guys, right? This second picture here is a little bit more suspect. That's definitely Myron. That boy sus. He has his, the guy is hugging on him. He has his hand underneath the guy. There's another guy with his shirt off. They're in like a hotel room. Again, I don't think that Myron is gay. This is a suspect picture, nonetheless. But Caucasian dudes joke like this. This is what they do, stuff like this. It's kind of, whatever. Black dudes can't do stuff like this and get away with it. But this is stuff that white dudes can do all the time and get away with it. And then, it's questionable. I still do not believe Myron is gay. I just don't think that. Is Myron crazy? Is something wrong with him? I believe that part. I don't believe that he's gay. But what I think that these pictures indicate is it's kind of the problems that him and Fresh CEO have with black people was that they want to be a part of this in crowd so much. They want to be accepted by the more of the dominant society. And when you want to be accepted by the dominant society, one of the main things that you start to see is you talk about black people. Donovan Sharp is one. You do that to appease your, people in the white sector. You look at people like Candace Owens. All right. Now I'll mention people that you guys might not like. I really don't have a problem with. I have some philosophical problems with Brandon Tatum, but some of you guys mentioned Brandon Tatum. I like Brandon Tatum. He's a YouTube buddy of mine, but Brandon Tatum has some things about the black community that he says not really to the level of it could be like that. And Brandon's married to a white lady, but at the same time, these are some of the people that you can see that they kind of have an issue with black America to a certain degree, and they kind of want to be separate from that. So kind of the black kind of conservatives that kind of have a white fan base kind of sort of thing. But Fresh and Fit are, I would say, to the top of the core. The guys like Candace, guys like Brandon, it's more or less about political things, to be fair to them. But Fresh and Fit, it's more about everything, dating, Donovan, and there's some sort of real hatred towards the black community at times. And I think it's what you're seeing here. You're seeing Myron in his earlier years for who he really was. Here's a guy that was Sudanese, could have been considered an Arab, trying to fit in, let everybody know that he probably wasn't a part of anything crazy going on in the era world at that time, that he was harmless, and that, you know, he wanted to, you know, he wanted to date white girls. He wanted to be in the system. You know, he wanted to be like that. But the reality is that I wanted to say this: those people will never accept you at all. Okay, and that's just really what it is. You can pull up questionable pictures about people in the past. They've done the same thing with Kevin Samuels. You can go anybody's past and find questionable pictures. You can find it for Dr. Dre. I don't think that's really what it is about them being gay. But I think that what really is that these guys are not who they say they are on the internet. This is what these guys became in order to make a buck, or they turned into this. A lot of guys in the red pill dating coach space turn into that. And the reality is that they do it at the behest of, let's say, for example, talking down on one person's race, or talking down on, you know, a certain gender or whatever. And that's just kind of really what it is. But it's not that they're really gay, but it's that they're trying to fit in and they become somebody that they're not. And I just want to tell men in general that it's best to just be real to yourself, be true to yourself. And this is why in the Black manosphere I decided to stay in this community, because you know who you are eventually is going to come out. You can only fake it for so long. You can only pretend for so long. And then when you pretend and then you fake it and you do all these other things and stuff like that, when you get exposed for being that, you know, you're not who you say you are, then that's when the problems happen. Like, look at Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is a simp. On YouTube and social media, he pretends to be a life coach. He's a bum. Okay, Derek Jackson doesn't have any more of a life coach than a goddamn Uganda mosquito does. He's an idiot. All right, he has no idea what he's talking about. He's a 2-bit hustler. And when Derek Jackson got caught in those same ramifications that many guys find themselves in, he failed the test. He ended up being a complete womanizer, a bad one at that, a liar, a cheater, okay, a habitual liar at that. And so he ended up being exposed for who he really was. In Fresh and Fit, the road that they're going, this is what you're going to continue to see. You're going to have guys going to continue to support them, stuff like this, like Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson, time over, you pretend to be something online. You're not really that. And that's all that you're going to continue to see. And you really want to be accepted by a group of people who never going to accept you because of what you look like. And you want to change that, and you want to be the token Negro. You want to be the token Negroes of the block, and you think that how many subscribers you get and you know, where you live, how nice your studio is, they're never going to accept you as long as you're black, for the most part. You're just going to have to understand that, all right? And you might think so. You might try to impress them by talking down on, you know, the black community, or talking about on black women, but they're still never going to accept you. And that's something that they're going to find out in the end, okay? Just like so many others have found out in the end. Stacey Dash, anybody? But anyways, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment on the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.